Okay, we live.
What's good, everybody? You already know who it is. This is your boy Big Nooney Tunes, and I'm on here with our host of the show, chopping it up, Miss Jersey. I want to know how everybody doing today. The subject of the day is manning up. We want to know from the audience, as well as we will give our opinion on what makes a good man, what makes a good woman. Everybody is welcome to come in the comment section, as well as we will be bringing a few people up on the panel to give us their opinion on what they feel like, what makes a man, and what makes a woman a woman. We looking for people that got things going for themselves, that'll give us their take on how they relationships and how they do things in their relationship that makes them to be the people that they are. And we'll look for the bums as well to come on. So don't be ashamed if you a bum and you ain't got nothing and you can't never keep a girlfriend or a boyfriend. We want to hear from you too. And maybe we can give you some advice to make you what makes a man or what makes a woman. First of all, we would like to thank the Lord for blessing us to come together once again this day and allowing all the people that are here to watch, and let's just have good and positive energy going into this show. So let's get it started. So I'm gonna kick it out, just for me being a man perspective, and I'm gonna say what made me a man. Trials and tribulations. I went through a lot in my years. I probably started dating. A lot of people say this is puppy love, but I probably started dating around 13, 14, learning the ropes, the action part, and y'all know what action is. That doesn't mean nothing. That doesn't too much make you be the man. The man, in my opinion, is what I had to learn from my mistakes, and I was able to say, hey, that was a mistake. I did it. I was wrong. I apologize. Working hard. I worked hard a lot of my life as well. So I always wanted to have something. I always wanted to be able to provide stability, a sense of security, for my lady, whoever that I was blessed to be with at the moment that I was being with somebody. Being there, like men, we have to always be able to have a good ear to listen. A lot of men think just because they're the men and they want to assert their dominance over a woman, that's what make you a man. No, sometimes what can make you a real good man is when you can sit your butt down somewhere and listen to this woman when she's coming to you and she has an issue or she has some problems. And sometimes she just really needs you to hear her out. She
Right.
doesn't always need you to touch on her or try to be intimate with her. Sometimes she just want to hear. So we're going to touch on a lot of these things today. That's just part of the things that I had to learn over the years that made me the great man that I am, a good man or decent man, whatever they want to classify me as. But they not going to classify me as broke, busted, and disgusted, nor bummy. Well, what you think about that though, Jersey?
Yeah, I think that's true. So I have to feedback off of you, piggyback off of you, because what made me a woman also was trials and tribulations. Me going through a lot of stuff, and I matured through my experience.
Come on.
Humility,
Yeah.
admit when you're wrong, and you also have to adjust your understanding. Like that makes you, I think that makes you a woman. Um, Emotional maturity, when you're maturing emotionally, that makes you a woman. Security, like when you know that you're at a point in your life where you understand that you need security. Security can look like many things. It can look like a security system. It can look like a job, some form of payment, life insurance, something that's going to benefit you in the long run. Um, Mainly money, though. But
Mainly
also,
finances,
yeah,
exactly.
your finances. What nurture? I'm sorry.
Nah, go
Also,
ahead. Go ahead.
just basically maturing. Like when you're maturing and you don't need anyone, you don't need validation from anyone.
There we go.
And
That's
you
the word I'm
also,
looking for.
as you get older, you start to understand your place here on earth. You may not fully understand it, but you're getting closer to understanding your purpose. So I think that makes a woman that makes a woman also. She understands more. It's not just, oh, I know. Because everybody can say they know, but do you understand? And can you change your way of thinking? So yeah, I believe that this is not just physical.
There
Physical
we
is
go.
just, it's not just physical, because these little, people out here are built like women, but their minds aren't built like a grown woman, so they're not women
Exactly.
yet. So when you
Exactly.
have those things, that's what kind of makes you a woman, when you know what you want, and
Exactly.
maturity.
Over the years, when I was calling myself so-called dating in my teenagers or whatever they call it, this is all I would hear. I'm grown. I'm grown. You're 15. How you grown? You're 16. How you grown? Oh no, they're grown because they open up. They open up intimately to a man, and that makes them grown. No, it doesn't. Sometimes we can do things prematurely, and it'll keep our mind in an immature state because we've never had the time to really mature.
Right.
Being with a woman, or a woman being with a man, because I'm so sick of hearing, "Ah, girl, if it weren't for that demon, I would be with him." Man, little mama got that wet, wet. Okay, is that
Yep.
all little mama is? That wet, wet? Is that all brother is? That demon stick?
Right.
Then if that's all it is, guess what? Y'all ain't got too much of nothing.
Right.
I'm looking for the stability. If my girl go to jail, I want to be able to have that bail money to get her out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be running around town for 2 or 3 weeks while she just sitting in there wasting away. Because if it's a girl that I know, she ain't in there touching nothing. She barely want to sleep on the bunk.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be running around like a chicken with my head cut off trying to figure it out. See, that's what makes a man being mature. When it's time for food to be on that table, food gonna be on that table. When
Right.
them bills is paid, them bills is gonna be paid.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you single and you living on your own, brothers, as well as females, okay, now we understand there doesn't have to be any unity. There doesn't have to be any joining together to do, anything, because y'all are doing it on your own, because y'all are in two separate places. But when y'all are coming together to be joined together, whether not by marriage yet, just in relationship status, y'all are living together. She shouldn't have to worry about nothing, and neither should the man. I'm not fixed to be in a house with a quarreling woman. I'm not going to be in a house with a woman that she's working a job, but she's always short on her portion. That's not stability for me.
Yeah.
And I don't want a woman to say, well, I'm gonna be short because I'm finna go buy a $200 pair of shoes, but he got me. He gonna put that extra part. Nah, we not doing that. We not doing that. And I'm gonna show y'all something, fellas. When you with your woman, this is just something that I do. You know, um, get a pot together. Put all your bills together. Put all the money in the pot. Separate both of y'all money together. Put that stuff together. Put what bill goes with what dollar amount goes with what bill, and then what's left, you and her divvy that up between one another. And
Mm-hmm.
y'all keep on doing that. Sometimes it may be a month that sister can't get them shoes she want. It may be a month, that the brother can't go to the football game and he want to go see. It might be some times that y'all got to do that because y'all working on that stability aspect of the relationship. Because I'm telling you, that stability and that security is what's going to help that love become even stronger. I can't love nobody that I'm not secure with. I
Right.
can't love nobody that I don't have stability with. And women, that's how it should always be. Men, that's how it should always be. It ain't about the kook, because that kook come a dime a dozen. Wet, tight, loose, whatever. It come a dime a dozen. And so does that stick, ladies. You know, I'd rather have somebody that's doing something for themselves and that can come in and help me out. And another thing I want to always touch on, quit saying he or she completes me. Because let me tell you something, when you step in a relationship, two halves do not make a whole. And let me tell you something. Let me show you. If you take a circle and you split this circle down in the middle and you turn this circle in half, and that other person has their circle and they split it down the middle and they turn it in half, you would have to have the top part of the circle and the bottom part of the circle together to make a full circle.
Hmm.
If you have two of the bottom parts of the circle and you put them on top of each other, that's still a half of a circle. She needs to be complete within herself, and you need to
Thank
be
you.
complete within yourself.
I said that and people disagree with me.
And that's how you make the whole. Two halves cannot make a whole, but two wholes make a whole. Ladies, be complete. Men, be complete. And then come together. Now, if you have the ability, because I've seen this before too, if he's missing something and that lady has the ability to give him that what he's missing to help him get there to where he should be, then by all means do it. But it should never take anything away from you, ladies, and
Mm.
vice versa for the men. It should never take anything away from you. Now, if you can do that, then that's fine. Other than that, we're going to practice stability and security, because that stability and that security, y'all want to know why your grandma and your grandpa is together for 60 years or more? Because they had that, he made her feel secure and stable,
Hmm.
and she reinforced it. Because see, this is what a lot of people don't know. If y'all read the Bible, you know that the woman is the enforcer. It was never the man. The man was normally out hunting, gathering food, doing this and that, what he needed to do. He was gone all day. The woman was there with the kids, teaching them, raising them, showing them how to be upstanding citizens,
Mm.
cooking, cleaning, having everything ready when he come home. When he come home with that skint meat, it was already chopped up. She was just ready to season it down, throw it in the water, and do whatever she had to do. And he kicked back because he went out to do what he needed to do to provide. She disciplined the kids. She taught them. She whooped them. She did everything.
Right.
And you know, and this is what I go back to complete. Y'all see that woman is complete though. That man was complete because he knew what he needed to do and he went out and did it. She knew what she was supposed to do at home or wherever she at, and she did it. She didn't need nobody to teach her or help her, because mom and daddy did that when she was growing up. Daddy did that for us fellas when we was growing up, not the streets. Yeah, the streets can teach you something, what not to do. Yeah, that's what the streets can teach us. Same thing with a woman, what not to be doing. That's what the streets can teach you. And no disrespect to the gang bangers. No disrespect, to the people that was living like that at all. Because I done seen some real people come up out of that. But they came up out of that when they left that. Which means they mind finally matured. And he was able to stand out and stand on his own 10 toes. Just like women, they stand on their own 10 toes.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think we just gonna be in the kitchen barefoot and naked now, but barefoot and
Nobody,
pregnant.
nobody
But
said that.
I know. But I know I kind of like was thinking about that. Times have changed, but um, yeah, times have changed. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I'm reading these daggone comments. It got me again. I said I wasn't gonna
come
do it, but
on,
they
come
got
on. No, no,
me.
no, 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 no. Read them. Read
They
them.
got me
I'll
again. I
respond.
lost my train of thought.
No, read them. I'll respond. Read them.
Okay, so go. No,
Read them. I'll respond.
wait a minute. I'm trying to get to the worshiper of God said that's why we got emotional urban men now. But I was trying to go to their original. Worshiper of God said you talking foolishness now. So worshiper of God, come up here and prove him wrong.
Yes, come on.
What else they said?
Because let me tell you some worshiper of God, since you're using that name.
No,
See, you're
they.
probably
I'm sorry. They. Before you say something, worshiper of God, I believe what I'm looking at. They support us, so it's not like one of the trolls.
my bad, worshiper of God. And are
But
you
still,
saying that?
it's good to have a debate, though. Y'all two could still have a debate about that.
Yeah, I want him to come up here if he's willing. And we could definitely debate about it because if you know the true, not what everything that God does, worshiper of God, is literal and metaphorical. When he put Adam to sleep and removed one of his ribs to create Eve, that was a symbolic of something. It wasn't for the man to trample all over the woman and boss her around, if that's what you think. Because if that was the case, he would have took it out of his foot or took it out of his head and say, hey, you're going to trample over her with your feet. No, he took it out of her side because he said, let us go down and create her a help mate. Create him a helpmate. Somebody that's going to stand beside that man and help him. What I'm just saying now. So where is the foolishness in what I'm saying?
Mm, let me see.
We are not here to run over these women, man. Just like a lot of people will say, well, y'all supposed to render under a man his due benevolence. So they feel like, okay, well, that means that every time I want some from her, she's supposed to give it to me. What about during that week that she's cleaning herself? What type of man is supposed to try to run up at her when her body is going through the cleaning cycle? Now you're supposed to render unto me my due benevolence. Now, see, now people have to start really knowing what it means. Because, see, guess what? I studied Hebrew. So, see, a lot of y'all don't even know what a lot of the words mean, too, when you're trying to use these things against the woman. No, she's supposed to be your partner. She's supposed to be your Clyde, your Bunny to your Clyde, your Babs to your Bugs. She's supposed to be your Jordan to your Pippin. Yes, the man has the head. He is the head of the home.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not supposed to make this woman feel less than. I'm one of the realest men. And all I have to do is speak, and that lady listens. I don't have to cuss her out. I don't have to assert my chest in her face and stand over her with menacing power and all of this. I don't have to do that. When I look her way and I lift my head and I speak, if she's mad, if she's on a tirade, if she's ranting, when I speak, she be quiet and listen. And I give her that same respect as well. Because where are y'all gonna get fighting with one another? Where are you gonna get arguing? What, y'all having a shout match to see who can talk over who? y'all will never get any understanding. So if I'm, whatever was said, if I'm any of that because I have understanding, did not the worship of God, did not the scripture say in all of your get understanding? That's with anything. That's with the word. That's with your woman. That's with your homeboy, with your mom and daddy, your brother. You're supposed to get understanding. And if you can never get any understanding with her or anybody, then you're confused and you're lost.
Okay.
And what makes me a good man and what makes me a good man in my relationship is that I would never not have any understanding.
Right. And Nooney, big Nooney, God body on here. We was looking for him yesterday.
All right, what's up with it, bro?
What's going on with you?
Oh man, hey man, am I wrong in anything I'm saying?
No, you're not, my dear brother. You're not wrong in what you're saying, and especially about the part when you were saying that the man is not supposed to make that woman feel less than, or not
Come
tear her
on,
down, or make her feel devalued. You know,
Mm.
so if you want to hold that title and be in that position and be a part of that and orchestrate your kingdom as that, then you have to be subside under what they call the godly rules. Meaning
come
you
on,
walking, you be being in the image of God to her, like say, hey, I'm gonna nourish you, I'm gonna support you, I'm gonna protect you, I'm gonna provide for you, and her likewise unto you. But
come on.
you said something earlier that touched me. That a lot I had the same conversation with a young lady this morning about that Bible and
Uh-huh.
those meanings of words and the clarity where you get full clarification from what's really being said in that Bible. I went over some things with a young lady this morning about when you read even in the book of Adam and Eve, when you come into the first beginning of the Bible, it talks about the serpent and all this, that, and other. And a lot of people teach it as an apple tree. You don't find that nowhere in the manuscript.
Sure don't.
You don't find that nowhere. What happened is it was a sexual act. What happened?
There we go.
So, so Eve was what they call in the manuscripts expatio, meaning wholly seduced by Satan.
Holy
That's what
seduced by Satan.
that's what happened to her. And by her being wholly seduced by him, she also brought this figurine, this deity, because where you see serpent, that's not in the manuscript. The word is glistening one.
Yes.
This one was more knowledgeable, more cunning, more desirable than with the eyes and what you can see around you. This one was very deceitful. This one that carries his title, Lucifer, Satan, the dragon, little horn. You talking about one entity that carries multiple titles. And also in the Bible, also they called him the serpent. Like we get back to Genesis in the Garden of Eden. So what he did was, in layman's term, we all grown. He screwed her. He
Yeah.
screwed her. That's what
Yes.
he did. That's what he did, and it had nothing to do with a tree. Well, let me show you what it means in the biblical manuscripts. We're not dealing with King James right now. When you read that Bible, you got to learn.
Exactly.
You got to
Y'all
learn
listen to
time
that.
frame. You got to learn time frame. Who you talking to? What's being talked about, and where it's coming from. So when they talk about that tree, your body is a trunk. Your hands and arms are your limbs. You
Yup.
are the tree. You like we all have these analogies like your family tree. That's what it was referring to in
Yes.
that manuscript. So when he went and he had sex with Eve, Eve did give to her husband Adam, and they joined in and they had a sexual orgy. This is what happened.
Yes.
This is what happened
Yes.
right here. And out of that orgy, if you this what preachers don't teach you this, but scholars know this. They know this. This is ain't hidden from you. You can find this anywhere on this planet. You went through in your
I,
phone,
I
everything.
I literally read that in the Ethiopic Bible.
Right.
See,
And so what
y'all don't
happened? Oh,
know.
let me finish. Let me finish. What
I
come
got you.
out of
Go
that?
ahead. Go ahead.
What come out of that were two brothers from two different fathers. Cain and Abel were twin brothers. That's what they don't teach you. If you read the manuscripts, you'll know that. Those boys were twin brothers, but of two different dads. Some people
Two
say you
different
can't have
dads,
twins.
fraternal twins.
They were fraternal twins. I have fraternal twin daughters, but both of them are my daughters. But I have fraternal twin daughters. They look similar, but they're not exactly alike. One of them's taller, one of them's a little lighter than the other one. One of them mannerism is this, and one of them mannerism is this. They are twins, two different sacks. We'll put it
Yep.
like that. Two different sacks. So that's why when they came to the age of accountability, they both came to the age of accountability at the same time where it was time for them to give offerings to God. It then said this one came at this time, that one came at another time. They were twin brothers. That's what they don't teach you in today's society. And they're too busy preaching prosperity teaching, which ain't getting nobody nowhere. Which ain't getting nobody nowhere. If you are a true follower of the Bible and you read the book of Solomon, Solomon will tell you that he said vanity of vanity. When you go back in the manuscript, he said emptiness is empty. All is empty. I've had
Yep.
everything. I've had every woman. I've had the best of everything, the nicest clothes, the best ride to be in. He said, nothing pleased me like being a servant subsider to the Most High.
Mhm.
Nothing pleased me like this.
At the end of the day, all that
Nothing
meant
brought me that
nothing.
peace. Yeah. So again, I just say all that to say this. If you are a person that has interest in that Bible, in that Biblos, and you trying to understand it and read it, it behooves you to become a linguist and understand italic writing, understand meanings, frame of meanings. When people say like ebonics, it's ebonics all throughout the Bible.
Yep.
But you won't learn that unless you become a linguist. Terms, idioms, and things of that nature. It's all throughout. And that's why some people they can't understand it because they don't become a student of it. They just
That's right.
take it's levels to it. They just take parts of it and they say so they don't understand it. They want to discredit. Say, oh, that shit is fake. They ain't real. That's bull crap. I don't believe that. This that another because they don't have no one to teach. He said, how can you hear without a teacher? You have
Okay.
to have a teacher. You have to have a teacher, somebody who's ordained not by what a man tell you, but has that gift, that has that gift of the Holy Spirit that can teach that and break it down where the common man can understand what's going on. But again,
Okay.
like you said, Big
God
Noonan,
body. Oh, I'm
I'm gonna
sorry.
say this last thing. I'm gonna let Big Noonan finish what he was saying.
Well, I
Like I
Right.
said,
I want to introduce. Well, I want to introduce Brian. Hey, Brian,
go ahead.
how are you?
Hey, how you doing? I'm a big fan of Dante's show, and I really like the when Dante talk about the Bible and stuff like that. That's why I jumped on to hear knowledge
Right,
about the Bible.
Yes.
Yes.
right,
Yes.
Facts. I'm
Now.
really into that. I always tell Dante that, man. I like the way Dante teach the Bible because he teaches it in a modern way now. Like
Yeah.
we can all understand, like in hood terms, he teaching like, yo, you ain't supposed to be doing this, you ain't supposed to be doing that. You compare this to that situation, and I like the way he teach it.
Yeah. Good.
right,
Facts.
right.
And
Okay. Well,
you
well,
know,
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Back to the original title.
no, we going back to the title. I was just gonna speak on it. Now,
Okay.
see that this goes back. I'm glad that the brother got up here and he broke that down. And let me show y'all something. The whole time, just like he was saying what he was saying. See, when men need to speak, they don't speak. When men need to come out and say the right things at the right time to change the outcome of a whole bunch of different situations, when it comes to their relationship, when it becomes to their woman, they married, they don't speak. Because the whole time she was conversing with whatever the entity was she was talking to, Adam sit by idle and listen. When God came down and they hid because they was naked, and they said we was high because we was naked, and He said, "Who told you that was naked?"
Yes.
See,
Absolutely,
and
absolutely.
the time that Adam should have spoke and said, "Say, get away from my woman, move around, do this and do that." He didn't do it. He sat there, and we don't fashion ourselves to be a man after Adam. Jesus left the blueprint. Greater things than these we'll be able to do because he go back to the Father. So, men, this is what I'm saying. Get this understanding. Sit your woman down and get the understanding with your woman through the gate about everything.
Mm.
Everything. We're not trying to make a female a prisoner, and neither is the female trying to make the man a prisoner. I would hope not.
No.
Both of y'all should still have freedom. But at the end of the day, know where your stability lies. Know where your security lies.
Hey, Nooney, I want to say something. I'm married to a great black woman, and I want to
Good.
say, being I'm married to a great woman, I think the biggest travesty of men, just not black or white or whatever, that we didn't listen enough to our women. Hey, let me
See?
throw you something from the Bible. Here you go. You remember when
Let's go.
Pilate told his wife told Pilate, "Hey man, listen, man, don't get involved with that. This guy's a pagan. He's all."
He went
Wow.
out, man.
He went out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
I
get what
My
know
he's
what
wife
he's
saying
that,
Y'all
though.
talking
in us?
about.
That
Let me
part
bring
when he
up
was
the
talking
next.
about
Get
when they had
Ines
that
up here. Who?
go
Jersey.
ahead, he's back now. He's back. He can finish his statement what he was making.
Go ahead, brother.
you talking to me?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
went out.
go
You went
ahead.
Yeah,
out, bro.
yeah. That's how I feel, because with me listening to my wife, and when the white man tried to break the black man, he tried to break the black woman. The black woman is the backbone of the race. By me
Yeah,
listening to my wife, I am a sheet metal union. I'm in a sheet metal union in New Jersey, a hood nigga. Never knew I have anything. I got a house, a wife, and a car by listening to my wife. So I
see what I
realized
mean?
by that, the travesty of men not listening to their women because they think they above them or they don't have no intelligence, it's very foolish, man. So you should
Exactly.
come to your TV, come to your table with your wife, and y'all should work together, man. Your life would be so much better. Facts.
Right.
Exactly.
All
Now
right,
on
Ines.
that,
Would you like to put any input on it?
Yeah, I wanted to say that Godbody's a smart dude, man. I really appreciate what he said.
but to piggyback on what I think his name was Brian,
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
what you was saying when you brought up the scripture about when Pilate wife had that vision that night, she suffered. She said, "I suffered many things in a dream because of that man." He's innocent. She's letting her husband know in so many words that don't have nothing to do with that. But they wrong what they're doing, and now
Yep,
they brought him in here. They wrong for that. They
yep.
wrong for what they doing, and what they bringing in here. The allegations that they bringing across that man. That man ain't done nothing like that. So
Exactly.
Nope.
he listened to his wife, and if we continue in the story, he came out with at the end. He went back and forth with him, and he said, "But brought out a bowl of water." He said, "I wash my hands of the matter." See, this is why I be saying when you have to understand. A lot of people say they put it on the Romans all the time. They said Romans are the ones who killed Jesus. Romans are
No,
killed.
no,
No,
they're
it was
not.
not. No, they not.
No, they're
No,
not.
they not the people who killed him. You know the people
Nope.
who killed Christ? Church people. Church people killed him.
No did.
Church people killed him.
Say it
Church
again.
people is the ones
Amen.
who killed him. He turned them. Him over to them. That's
Fact.
true. You can go reading about. He turned them over, and they went on. They said his blood be on us and on our children.
Yep.
Of what we doing. He said blood be on us. He pretty much said, I don't want nothing to do with this. Y'all wrong. Y'all can't. Y'all don't have a pleading case against this man about
And
nothing.
this what we gonna do because we want to stay on what the subject is about. I love this. Dante has been wanting to do what we doing right now too. But let's stay on the subject right now. But I'm gonna say this about Pilate. When he washed his hands, I'm gonna tell y'all. Some people may disagree, but like I said, I read the Ethiopic Bible. I read the Hebrew Bible. I still think that may have been a little bit of a coward move because he still had the power to say, you know what, let him go and anybody touch him, it is what it is with us.
No.
And he could have did that. That
Yeah.
woman was scared to death.
Yeah, you right, Nooney. He could have did that, but he a pagan, man. He don't believe in one God like us, man.
Yeah,
So
I
he didn't
get that.
care.
Right, Brian. Right.
I
It would have
get
been
He
an
that.
didn't care,
uproar.
Nooney.
It would have been an uproar. He didn't
Yes.
have enough soldiers to control the people. It would have been an uproar. So he
Yeah, because
had
I
to turn them
forgot.
over
I
to him.
forgot what they said. We gonna tell Caesar on you.
Right,
Are you a
right,
friend of Caesar? Or you a
right.
friend of him?
Exactly.
Hey, women out there, um, y'all chime in on this. The topic is what makes a man and what makes a woman a woman. So I need some women out here to tell me what do they think.
And,
Well, I
and
didn't know that was a
I was
topic. My
saying that
bad.
it was maturity,
uh-huh.
security,
Security,
especially emotional
stability,
maturity, humility,
stability.
um, yeah.
Hey, you know,
And what these men are on the panel talking about now? What do y'all women also think that you should want a God fearing man, just like I would want
That
a
doesn't
God
make you a
fearing
woman
women?
though.
definitely
But
do.
that no. Just because that does not make you a woman or a man, whether you believe in God or not.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
true.
not an
Okay.
atheist, but
Well, I beg to differ with
everybody
that
has their
because
Yeah,
it
I
goes
was
different
just
about
gonna say
morals and
that
beliefs.
too.
principles. Morals and principles are involved in that. If you're
Yeah,
a
you can't
person,
really
Yeah,
say that.
morals.
I got a question for the panel. How would everybody define the word honor?
Mm.
dedication, dedication,
Okay.
Not talking bad about your spouse when she's not around.
uh,
Always bigging your
dedication.
spouse up, keeping your business between you and your marriage to yourself.
There you
Honor
go.
Right.
your wife.
Yeah.
And I've been guilty of that in my past.
Me
Not
too. Me too,
venting
bro.
to my parents or to my mom about my wife, but my mom is not screwing my wife. So she don't know when we go in the bed at night and we've passed that little argument that we've had the last few days. So when my wife come around, my mom's looking at her some type of way like, you think you can treat my son crazy?
Yeah.
Woman, you're crazy.
But
Because
Exactly.
isn't
but we're past
honor?
that. But we're
And
past
it,
that. But the
Yeah.
conversation me and my mom had, my mom's still dwelling in that. So I learned as a young man, when I was a younger man in my 20s, as I got older in my late 20s, never conversate like Brian said with other people about your relationships.
exactly. And it's
I think honor
Yeah.
comes from within, though. It's like a deep respect. Like you really have to feel it.
Well,
Like he
Jersey.
said,
let me ask y'all this. I got a question for the panel. I got a question for
All
the
right.
panel. What is love? What is love?
Forgiveness.
Uh,
Okay,
God
Brian, what
body
is
that
love in
says
it?
sacrifice.
Meaning, I'm for sure, if anybody married on this panel, the biggest thing when it comes to marriage is forgiveness, hands down. I can have an argument with my wife. We know what we into is for the greater good. We gotta let that petty stuff go. Forgiveness
Right.
is the big part of being with a mate or another partner, any facet. It
Let
gotta
me
be.
it's
ask you
like
that's
a
a question. Let me ask you that's a question.
Yeah.
So far, what you've been listening to, what is your take on this? What is your take on as far as, a man being a man through spirituality?
I think that that's the foundation of the whole thing because, when I talked with Dante earlier, I said we got a culture that teaches people to be so focused on materialism
Yes.
and the ego. And to respond to God body, because I really respect what he was talking about generally,
Exactly.
I would say that it's sacrifice is the opposite of that, right? Because when you got kids, what is it you do? You take your time, money, you
Sure.
stretch you out. When you have an elderly parent, which I have, you got to do a lot of work for them. When you give skin off your back for someone else, that's what love comes down to for me is giving up
Exactly.
your own energy and body to those around you that you say you
That,
care about.
You know
Now,
what
I'm gonna say
my
this.
definition of that is?
I'm gonna say this
Definition.
before you say that, guy body.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I wanna say this because I know you out there watching this. Your initials is SST. Now, did you hear what NS just said? Sacrifice. When you would give the skin off of your body for somebody, it should never be no questions of anything else. Because a person will not make a sacrifice for you or nobody if there's no love, there's no honor, there's no respect, there's
Right.
no dignity, there's no caring, there's no anything for you. So for
Right.
you to be lost in your thoughts and let the mind, the Bible say the mind is the devil's playground, and it's in bold letters. And the
Right.
reason it's like that because they want you to know everything that the enemy does, he does it through your mind.
Right.
Sacrifice is made out of love. That's what Jesus teaches us.
Right.
That's what he's always taught us, sacrifice.
So
yeah.
so when I did study it, because me, I'm a person that likes to study things, different levels, different languages,
Yeah.
things like that to get the full clarification out of it. Somebody, so when I seen it, I said, "Dang, love to me, it came to me like this: the ability to see one thing, something, some noun as yourself.
Yes.
If you understand what I'm saying, it's the ability to see a noun, a person, place, a thing as oneself. If you see something, self-preservation is the first rule of nature. If you can understand self-preservation, you to love yourself, to take care of yourself, to be patient with yourself, to care for yourself, to all these things we do for ourselves unbeknownst, unknowingly. So when I seen my wife, that's what the Spirit gave me when we was married, and she blessed me with twin girls. He said, I love them as myself. So I see myself when I look at them, and I want the best for myself. So
Mm-hmm.
I want to take care of myself. There's no longer them and me. This is me. This is myself. You
And
know?
God body. NS, everybody on the panel, I want y'all to hear me out. And if y'all agree, tell me. If y'all disagree, let me know why. Now, when y'all want to use this Bible, because see, God is always supposed to be the foundation of everything. The Bible say, "He who findeth a wife," and that's what we talking about. What makes a man? What makes a woman a woman? When y'all come together in these relationships, he who findeth a wife findeth a good thing. First of all, a woman ain't supposed to be out looking for no man. When that man finds her, he chose her. He chose her because he seen something in her that he chose. So if he found her, he deemed you to be his wife. That's him finding that good thing, and he finds favor in the Lord. Women, do what you're supposed to be doing in your lives. Get yourself together. Step out, because it's gonna be plenty. You're gonna have plenty of opportunity. You know, these women have been giving themselves too soon, too early to the wrong people. Life is gonna be, you're gonna make mistakes at times. But see, us as men, real men, we supposed to be the one to say, nah, that's not how it's gonna go. Let's do it right.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, Nooney, I got you.
Yeah.
If I can I jump in on that real
Go
quick?
ahead. I
Yeah.
want y'all to.
You know
I
what I'd
want Jersey to jump in. I want women to talk. Get on the panel. Let's speak.
Go ahead, Ines.
no, I
But
was
go
gonna
ahead, Inez.
yeah, I was gonna say that goes into the point of like we got a society right now where we live in this country that all things come too easy and there's no effort in it. Like I seen a date, and I'm gonna just tell you a story. I seen a date like last week where a dude didn't pay for a woman's dinner. He didn't pull a chair. He didn't open a door. And these are things you see all the time where you get the reward, let's say, of sex, of pleasure, but you don't earn anything that leads to that point. Commitment, responsibility. You don't have to spiritually earn the relationship. You can get to a very special place with someone real cheap and real dirty and real fast. And I'm going to say it that way because all good things are earned with efforts, right? I think that's a
That's
truth
right.
that we all agree with. And I think that's why it loses the value because like you said, Nudie, it just comes too easy, too sloppy these days because it's ego driven, it's pleasure centric. It's not earn good things for yourself. Good friendships aren't earned over who bought the drinks, they're earned over who gave what to the friend through hard times. All these things come through a deeper connection with the other individual. And I think that's the thing that's lost these days is meaningful effort and connection with the other person, with women in particular. It's men who should be doing a lot more. It's women who should be demanding the best because they're going to offer the best, and that requires effort on everybody's side. I want to know how the panel feels about that.
Yeah.
I have something to say about it.
Go ahead.
Well, not everything what you said, but I'm gonna address some of it. Um, I do believe that you want this, you better earn it. You need to earn it.
Come
Because
on
I'm
now.
worth it. So
Come on.
now, like, I'm I'm celibate. Shit. I'm celibate, right? So and I do talk to men here and there, but I can't keep them around for long. I'm not gonna lie. They love my conversation and everything, but it's like when I'm hurting, get some. When I'm gonna get some. I just I just met you. We haven't even known each other for a couple months now. It's only been a couple weeks. You want some? Why do you have to bring up sex right away? I have so much to talk about other than sex. And
Yep.
it seems
That's true.
like I have to, because I raise my standards, it's harder for me. In this dating pool, because it's like the men are just really quick. When you gonna give it to me? When you gonna give it to me? Like, I could go elsewhere and get it. I'm like, yeah, you should go get it elsewhere because you're not gonna get it from me right now. But I don't expect you to just, if we're in the talking stage, yeah, go ahead and finish doing you, whatever. But you're not getting it from me right now. You're gonna earn this. Whether you stick around after you get it or not is on you, but I'm gonna make you earn it.
Right.
That's
But
right.
it's harder for women like me when we do that because these men are getting it really easy. Then they look at me like I'm stupid. And they, oh, you think you this, or you think you so bad that, or that you don't have to give it up. Yeah, I do. I really do. But it's harder out here because a lot of these men are not working for it, and they're not looking for anything but sex. And then they want the sex right away.
Yep.
That's a bond. That's a soul tie.
It really is.
To me, that is very important. Like, why do you don't need to see my body? You don't need to see how I feel and all of that. We got other shit we can talk about, other things we can do besides having sex. So
Exactly.
I think I'm gonna just be single for a while because a lot of the men that I run into, they just want sex, and then they get mad at me when I don't give it to them.
And yeah,
So
remember what I always told you? I said, you doing what you supposed to do, and you keep doing that.
right,
Don't let nobody interfere with your. That's your goals, and you set that. If you set that boy up there, he can't poll vote over it. That's his fault. That ain't
right,
your fault.
Can
right.
I interject?
Mm-hmm.
So I agree and I disagree with it.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhat, because for like in life, I mean, there's no blueprint to marriage. There's no blueprint to no relationship. There's no blueprint to interaction. Period. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say everybody has somebody. That's what I get out of it. When the old people used to, it's somebody for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So that means some people will be a 60 in a relationship. Some people will be an 80-20, and they're fine with it because they're built for that. You know what I'm saying? They get that 20 that they get out of that 80 that they're giving, and the 20 that they get from him or her. I mean, they're fine with that. It works for their relationship. It works for their personalities. It's
Mm-hmm.
called, what I believe in is called balance. It's called balance. And balance is not always, it's just reality that we in. So God put us in this box, so to speak. You can never go out of balance. I mean, if you step out of balance, you become insane, whether mentally, physically, or spiritually. You can never go up without going under. You can't go left without looking right. You can't go in without coming out. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This is the diaphragm of what our conscious state is in right now. And it's also this thing is also found in the Bible. You can go into the book of Revelation and they talk about the balance scales and bringing balance and keeping balance. Right now the earth's out of balance. A lot of things out of balance. Too much anything is not good for you. Too much water hurts you. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Too much water can hurt you. Too much anything. Too much sex can hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Then even in relationships, you have to have time for you. So you have to at some point come away from that relationship and say, hey, this is what I like to do, this is what I'm going to do. Like me, when my wife passed away in 2015. So when me and her was living, I used to coach youth basketball. So I took young boys, I had AAU teams. I took them all over the Southeastern Conference playing basketball. Places they probably never would have went without being with me. You know, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So that
Nah,
was
it
my
makes
outlet.
sense.
That was my outlet in my relationship, and something I love to do. That was my outlet. My wife's outlet was doing other things. She liked nature. She liked certain trips she take out of town. Her sisters, and her friends, and things of that nature, which I was cool with. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, to say that it's about balance, and it's kind of I never tell anyone what someone should be to you for you to be in a relationship, or what if somebody's not doing it, then you should quit them or you should leave them, because I don't know your I don't know their what they need. You know what I'm saying? Or what they are willing to take. I'll say that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know what I'm saying? You never know. You know, so like Big Mama and them took a lot from Big Daddy in the day. Big Daddy had women down the street, another woman across town outside cheering, but Big Mama said, as long as he pay these bills and there's food on the table, there's a roof over our head, I don't care what he do. I've seen so many women. I'm a 70s baby. I've seen so many women, black women, back when I was younger, say that about the older black guys back when I was younger, and I never understood what it meant till I got older and I started dating. I said, "Oh man, these motherfuckers been cheating forever. They weren't perfect."
Mm-hmm.
I look at these dudes like they were perfect, like my dad, my grandfather, my pillars in our community. I thought these guys were Superman. But as I got older and little things started coming back to me, I started noticing when we were coming up. I said, "Damn, that nigga was looking at that young girl. He was trying to screw such. This." I started seeing these things as I got into my teenage years. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I go all the way back to say that, Big Mama put up with a lot because her main focus was her kids. She wanted to raise her kids, and she wanted them to be provided for. So she didn't care what that man did. And I ain't saying that man was right in any situation. But like I said, to go back to the point I'm trying to make, I don't know what you're willing to put up with. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not willing to put up with nothing anymore. I mean, well,
Nobody's
let me
perfect.
correct that
Nobody's perfect.
statement.
Nope.
Okay,
Nobody's
I
gonna be
was in a
perfect.
10-year relationship. Well, I'll say 11 or 12, but um we have one child together, then my other two is considered his stepchildren. But anyway, so I stuck with him for a while because I didn't love myself.
Okay.
And and the kids were growing up and they were used to a two-parent household.
Okay.
So I've been single for 4 years and it's been tough,
Right.
but I'm not about to go back to what I was doing with him before and accept things like that make me feel uncomfortable, that make me feel small. Like I said, I didn't love myself. So it was a lot of things that I accepted. And then I was like, well, I'm gonna just stick around for the kids. But you know what? I can't do that. I don't think I'm gonna have any more kids anyway, but I just can't do that anymore.
Right.
Um,
Right. Right.
And
I'm
I
Well,
ready.
and
I didn't mean it to be like
no,
I know
no, God
I
body,
went kind of
hold up.
far fetched with it, like with
No, you
cheating.
didn't. You
With
didn't.
cheating,
Hold
but
up,
I
God
mean it
body.
to the degree of like some people get irritated. Like me, I'm a neat freak. I'm a
Yeah.
neat freak. You know what I'm saying? I get aggravated if things
Yeah,
not where they supposed to be,
but see,
where they need to be.
God body,
Go ahead.
hold up,
Go
hold up.
ahead.
Because see, I got something for both of y'all that explains you and explain her. That Apostle Paul said, "Be not unequally yoked," but it
There
goes
you go.
on to say with non-believers, unless it be well with you. Now, just like
Right.
God
Right.
body said, that 80 may accept the person that's just the 20. The 20 may accept the person that's a 5.
Right.
Let's say, Jersey, you a 90. You may not want nobody that's 89, 85, 75, because it's not well with you no more. You want somebody that's 100. And that's your prerogative.
Well,
That if that's what you want and that's well with you, that's well with you. And just like if it's well with somebody that's a 50 to accept the 30, that's fine.
I get where you
If it's
coming
well with
from.
you.
I mean, on the I mean, on the percentile of like said, a relationship is 100%.
Yeah,
And you the 80% of relationship, you're doing everything. You're
yeah,
providing, you're paying, you're cooking. Let's say you, Nooney. I'm saying, say you was doing all this, and your
yeah,
wife, like, you love her, but her intangibles are just 20% of relationship. She wouldn't do bare minimum. She give you bare limited effort. But you said, I'm all right with it. I love this crazy nut, and this is just who she is, and it is what it is. And y'all go on and stay together 50, 60 years. You understand what I'm saying? Cause that meant that balance was good for y'all relationship. But
yeah,
sometimes uh me, I'm able to sustain me and take care of me wholeheartedly. But I want a woman that able to sustain herself, take care of herself too. I don't want you to depend on me to pay nothing or do nothing for you. I want to see you as a person that got your shit together and doing your thing. And then I'm like, that's attractive to me. And if I can't learn from you, then I'm already gonna be turned off from you. You see
Yup.
Okay,
what I'm saying?
and that's an argument that I had with somebody also. I was telling him, like, I have to be okay with myself before I even really get into a relationship. I mean, I have to, we may not always be at where we really want to be at, but I want to at least be more than halfway there. So I want to
Right.
be secure with my mind, um, with my financial status, with my
Right.
education, um, just all the way around before I get into a relationship with this man. I got to make sure I'm secure within me.
Well, sister, I'm gonna tell you this right here. And I was dating a woman, you sound just like her. Beautiful black woman. Beautiful black woman. Wasn't satisfied where she at. She's early 40 years old. Wasn't satisfied where she's at in life financially, economically, and all that. And she was like, she's been to school for nursing, keep having to quit going to school to finish her nursing degree because she had to see tend to her kids. She got 3 kids by a dude that they ain't together no more. Okay, Sarah. He's trying to be an entrepreneur, but he's not there for her and the kids like he's supposed to. But to get back to the point I'm making is this: don't place your value on monetary things to give you value. Don't place your value on where you live to give you value. Don't
Right.
place your value on what you have to give you value. Because when you're talking, that's what it sounds like.
No.
Don't place your wait him
Okay.
subconsciously. America teaches us to be consumers.
Right.
If you're not a part of the Christmas rush, the Thanksgiving rush, the
Yeah.
Valentine rush, the 4th of July rush, you broke.
Yep.
Or you ain't got it. You ain't having it. All these holidays come up, they all designed to stimulate the economy. They keep money circulating, keep everything going like it's supposed to. So I say that to say this, and I may be wrong, but I'm just putting it out there for any other woman list. I like I tell her, you have kids. You sound like to me, I'll listen to you before you taking care of your kids. Y'all have a
Mm-hmm.
place to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's in decent health. Everybody's sound in their right mind. That's a blessing, period. Don't keep looking for over here the Joneses, where the Joneses got 3 more Mercedes and they just went and bought a Maybach. And here I am still putting oil in my motor just to get out the driveway anymore. Don't look at other people, period.
No, but
Because you
okay.
don't know the struggle within what they got to do to obtain these things.
And I understand that fully. But what I'm saying is I have to be secure within myself
Right,
before I even think about being in a relationship.
right, right.
Um,
So you can
Even
be
mentally, I have to be secure mentally also.
right, right, right,
My self-esteem, just I need to be where I want to be, or at least halfway there. Because right now, even though I do want to be in a relationship, I don't have time for a man. I don't have time for a spouse right now. And I really wish I did, but maybe when I get out of school, I will have more time. But when I get this man, I want to be able to make time for him. I want to be able to talk to him and hear him out and, be able to do more things with him. So that's why I said I'm not ready right now.
right, right,
Um, you know, I'm just not really secure right now, or at least more than halfway to where I want to be at. But I'm not worried about what other people have.
right. Well,
And
well,
you
I
know,
was just putting it out there because, like, even talking with her, y'all talk the same language. I said the same thing to her. She can't make a bat at me the same way you could bat it. But you have to listen to the words, the verbiage that you guys are using. It sounds like subconsciously that's where you're at. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's where you're at, but it seems like subconsciously, like, hey, I'm not at this point in my life. I'm supposed to be this. At that point in my life, I'm supposed to be that. What's that actor? Was it Samuel Jackson? He never even made good money till he damn near got in his 50s and acted. Pretty much everything he was doing was just to try to get himself out there. It took this man like 40 some years just to get right. You feel me? So I'm
Hmm.
saying that light, that switch could turn on at any given time for any given body, for anybody at any time. It's not an age preference. Now I know society says, hey, at this age you're supposed to be this. At this age, man, I'd be like, screw that. I got a son right now, left his mom house out of Atlanta and moved to California, his own dollar. She moved to West Hollywood. and said he was gonna get into the acting and movie and music and all this stuff. No. Get what I told him? Go ahead. He quit college and all that. He said, I'm going. I said, okay, that's fine. That's what you want to do. You ain't got no children. You ain't got nobody to answer to. All he said, when I eat, I'm full. I said, you right. You responsible for just you right now. I said, you living your life. You in your mid-20s. Go do your thing. Is that what you want to do? And guess what I did? I didn't hold him to stand like, no, motherfucker, you need to finish college. I didn't do that to him. I just said, this what you want to do? Is this what you? I feel like this is what I need to do, Pops, to get to where I want to be and do the things I want to do in life. I don't want to work for nobody. I got an entrepreneur spirit, and that's big in their generation. So I said, okay, that's what you want to do. You go right ahead. I said, you gonna quit school? You gonna do this? Go ahead. That's on you. I said, go ahead. I support you in whatever you got going on. Go do it. And he's been out there making moves, meeting people, doing things, and that's all I can bless him with right now. With my good faith, that you have my wishes. Go do what you want to do. You know.
Jersey.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so where are the other women's opinion? Because it just feel like us men, we just done took the show. Where are the women?
They probably sleep, about to get their kids ready for school tomorrow. I
So
guess.
please tell me that it's the women out there that y'all got something to say. Come on, hit the link. Come on board. Ask questions in the comment. You know, because hey, don't let us men just hold the show. Where y'all at? We want y'all opinion. That's what this is about right now. That's what this is about, because we're telling you what make us men. That's the title. What makes a man a man? What makes a woman a woman? Jersey is telling you her side. NS is telling you his side. God body is telling you him. I'm telling me. And the other men are telling them about what makes us the men we are. So where are the other women? Please don't tell me that y'all women are out there watching.
They're
sitting in the comment, and none of y'all are women.
A few of them in the comment.
But in spirit of a woman's point of view, Jersey, what do you think the 5 most important characteristics of a guy would be, in your opinion? 5 things, if you could name them off your head.
Besides security.
Right. Besides, like character traits, like deeper stuff. Beside money and the security, right?
Okay, so I kind of like my men masculine, and I'm not trying to put down the men who are a little bit more feminine, because you know everybody's hormones, but I want my men masculine. I want him to be able to listen to me.
Come on.
X.
You can do it. Don't think about it. Just let it go.
I want him to be driven.
Come on.
I want him to be passionate about
Come
stuff.
on. That's 4. X. Come on. One more.
I do understand religion is a big thing.
Yes.
He has to have some type. I don't want to deal with an atheist.
Okay.
Religion also, like, you know. Oh, hold on, y'all.
All right.
I don't know if he want me to let him on or not.
Well, my 5 in a woman, of course, is understanding. I need a lady that can understand me. I need someone that can listen. You know, God is always going to be top in my category when it comes to her. You know, so I want her to be on the same page, even if she's not on the same level. You know, I want her to believe in the one true God, the only one. You know, I want her to have that as a foundation. You know, I want her to have compassion. You know, and I just want her to know what unconditional love really is.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to my 5.
I want my alpha.
You know, yeah, exactly. She needs to, you know, continue to be feminine. I don't want her tougher than me.
Right. I want mine to be feminine, open-minded, and transparent. That's all you got to
Now
be.
Okay.
Come on now.
Okay, feminine, I understand that, bro.
And transparent. I'm fine. We can work through anything about your past, anything. As long as you're a feminine woman, you're transparent, and you have an open mind. That's it.
Right. 400.
No, I wasn't ready.
Educated too. I'm sorry. My bad.
Oh, come on, 400.
What'd you say?
Bro,
Just
off
fun.
the top of the dome.
Come on, top of the dome, man. I'm big on respect.
Come on.
I'm big on love.
2.
I think a woman, like, from where I come from like, that's why I say y'all were going back and forth with so many topics. Like, the way I came up in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the grandmas and stuff like that, they knew granddaddy was doing all this stuff, but they stayed in a woman's place, right?
Yep.
What you mean a woman's place?
Wait, hold up, Gus.
No, hold on. I'm saying, for what I seen, she really didn't say nothing. If you get what I'm saying, like, she bit her tongue. Like, hey, as long as he taking care of everything, I really don't care.
Yep.
But a woman has been there for the longest, taking care of the kids, make sure everything go right.
That's right. And I'm gonna address the panel as well as everybody.
I'm still stuck on that woman's place thing.
No, I'm gonna let you have it.
Hold on.
I'm gonna let you have it.
Hold on.
What's a woman's place?
Hold on. From back then, that's how they used to look at it.
Well, you know what? Maybe if men start being more men, we wouldn't have to be in a men's place. If these men would stop trying to take our role, we wouldn't have to try to
come on now,
take
come
y'all
on now.
roles. What you mean a woman's place?
Hold on. Let me
What's
go
she
ahead
supposed to be pregnant
hold
barefoot in the kitchen?
No,
That
that ain't
ain't
what he said. That ain't what he said.
Let him have multiple women all over and she shut up about it?
Nah, because my big mama was never pregnant and barefooted in no kitchen. So
what I gathered from
everything,
400.
Yes, she did.
400. What I gathered from what you said was that woman attention and time was more focused on her household, her kids. And if this fool want to go out here and be a fool and make a fool out of himself, that's on him. But my time, my energy is focused on raising my kids and taking care of these children and building a house, not a house, but a home. These children come on to safety. Now, what he got going on, that's on him. You know,
so at the age, what I'm saying, I got more lessons from my grandma than I did like the men in my family on how to raise.
Me too, bro. I came up in the 80s. Me too.
Me too.
That's what I was trying to say. I ain't trying to say you got to be barefooted doing nothing in the kitchen.
Right. I respected my grandma more than I respected my granddad.
400, you got out of it.
400.
Yeah.
I respected my grandma more than I respected my daddy and my granddaddy. I respected my grandma more than them. Because she the one spent time with me.
Mama.
That's me too. She the one spent time with me. She the one took care of me when I was sick.
See? And see that's what Big Nooney is saying. Going back to the top, the overall, y'all see, that's why we threw out so many subjects. That's why we threw out so many different subjects, because see, times are different now. Times are different.
Let me get my 5 to you. I didn't get a chance to put it in.
Go ahead. No, we still doing it. Go ahead.
You know, actually, I think many of these qualities, I would say they line up for both sides, for men and women. All men want a loyal woman. Women want a loyal man. You know, if can be, that's what we look for. Good communication would be a second one. You got to be able to talk through your problems and not throw plates and forks at each other. That's a big topic. I think honorability probably includes everything, but I'd say just honor being respecting each other. Like if you have a disagreement, you don't feel the need to cuss and get loud, that you could talk through things, because I think once you break that boundary and you flip out with somebody, it's real hard to reel it back in and be at that place spiritually where you're honoring, going back to the other one. And fourth, for a woman is lost these days, but femininity. I think just like Jersey said, she wants a man who's an alpha man and a real man. I think from the other side, you know, men want a woman who's got sensitivity, compassion, kindness, and gentle ways. And they appreciate that. It doesn't mean you always have to be that way, because you could have different moods, but in general, to embody feminine traits. And the fifth one will be sacrifice, which I mentioned earlier, which is part of the whole package, which is, sometimes your job and your life ain't going to work right, and you have to give of yourself a little more than the other person, which goes back to what Godbody was saying about 80 and 20, right? Sometimes people dip and move around. I'd add that they dip and move around where they're at. And it's like a roller coaster, and you got to be ready to pick up somebody. If they're a good quality person, you gotta roll with them on that journey. So
Right.
that'd be my total 5 on that.
Now y'all hear that? Now this is for the audience. Y'all hear that? Now we all have our 5 things. We've all mentioned our 5 things, and as you can see, as NS just lined it all up, you see everything lines up. See, loyalty goes along with respect. Femininity goes along with masculinity. But women, let me show you something. When you're talking to your guy, there's no need for you to have a deeper, more bass in your voice than him. My mama was able to walk into the room and speak softly, and everybody did this. Quiet and listening. My dad didn't have to do it so much. When he tilted his hat up on his head, everybody got quiet because they knew who was the man.
See, that's the difference right there, man. Like, I done seen dudes tell their wives or they friends tell their wives, dang, you ain't gonna check her. No, it ain't no need to check her. You get what I'm
No, it's
saying?
not.
Because once I say something around here, and you can hear me talking loud, that's it. It ain't no question on that, because I know she usually pretty much handle everything. But once I say something, it's gonna be law. And that just respect.
And women, that ain't him saying, shut the F up. That ain't him saying nothing. That's just you honoring his word.
Because usually
That's
I
the
don't
man
say
saying.
nothing.
That's the man saying, I done heard enough. I done heard your side, their side, his
Hey,
side. This is what it's gonna be, and we're gonna move forward as a family and as a unit. And I don't want to hear no more bickering about it.
yes.
Let's move
And
forward.
if you see me in the comments down there, I say it's one team, one goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yep.
we are a family. We move as one. That's all I was trying to say. We move as one.
Yeah.
Because
Where you
once you
at,
take
lady?
somebody out of that, everything else falls behind it.
That's right.
It unravels, right?
Yes.
Yeah. True.
Jersey, what the comments say? No women got nothing to say?
They don't want
I
to
see
come up
that.
here.
I see the dude
Okay,
saying, yeah.
well, feel free to speak in the comments. What do y'all have to say in the comments?
Rare Jewel says, stop looking for worldly females, then looking at YouTube vids and reality shows for a type.
Ooh, read
Mm.
it again.
That's a good one. That's a good
Stop
one.
Yeah,
looking for
read it
worldly
again.
females, then looking at YouTube videos and reality shows for a type.
Now, you sure you don't want to come up here?
Yeah.
Because that was great. Stop
That's a good one.
watching Love and Hip Hop. Stop watching Love and Basketball and thinking that that's how it's supposed to be.
Man, I hate them shows. I hate everything about them.
Bro. Me too.
She
I hate
hit
them
that
shows.
on the head.
That's true.
Stop being
Oh,
afraid
and
to
I
Anything,
say
mentioned
something.
what else?
emotional maturity earlier. Worshiper of God. I mentioned emotional maturity earlier.
Come on now. Now, see, this is what the show is about. No more comments. No more statements.
Um,
You need to get some feminine
Rare
energy in
Jewel
here.
said,
All
anyone?
these women in the chat, they ain't want to join the panel.
That's what I'm wondering.
No, they not. I'm about to put another link out there.
Keep putting it out.
But
We don't
start
want
back
to act
reading the
like
comments, Jersey.
we don't want to act like we just know everything as men and we over
Facts.
talking and we know
True.
it all and this and we want to like your perspective. We want another female perspective. And she said, "Well, this is what I experienced." So life is about experience. That's all it's
Exactly.
about. It's
Yeah.
about experience. Like we talked about yesterday. You could tell your child, "Don't you do this? Don't you smoke weed? Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't do this." Don't do. They gonna get out there. They gonna have that peer pressure. They may try to smoke them some weed one day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So your only thing is to say, "Hey, if I don't choose to indulge, I don't want you to indulge, but they gonna want to try things just like we tried things when we was their age. It's just you don't hold those things against these people and let them allow them to be human beings and come on back like the prodigal son. He said, "Give me my liquidity, give me my portion. I'm going to live it up." Took his part of the money, went and lived up till he was broke. All the friends were gone, everybody was gone. He went to eat with the dog out the garbage like the dog. He said, "Man, my daddy got servants that eat way higher than this. I'm going back to my dad's house." But I love that story there in the Bible. I love that story though.
It's a good
I
one.
love that story though. And how he
I like
came
that
back.
too.
I love that story. And then when his daddy didn't scold him, he didn't say, "You fool, you done messed up all your money." What he did, he clothed him, put a
Yep.
robe on, and put a ring on the finger. Said, "This is my son. This is my son."
What the
And
grandma
his
used to do
brother.
back in the day. What the grandma
That's
used to
right.
do back in the day, man.
But your daddy didn't gonna talk crap about you. Grandma was say, "Leave him
Facts.
alone. Come here. Come here,
Facts.
son. Give me a hug.
Right.
Come here.
And
Did
know
you
you
want something
did
to eat?
wrong.
Have you eaten? Have you eaten? Did you bathe today? You could be 38. You could be 23. It don't matter. When she see you come out of the
Don't matter.
world and you all dirty, she's the nurturing spirit. She's gonna say, "Have you eaten?
That's right.
When the last time you bathed? You all right?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Facts, bro. Facts.
Lifetime compassion. Yeah.
Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna mute my mic real quick. I'm trying to see if my friend will get on this panel.
Bro, ain't nothing like them real grandmas, them big mom 400.
God, buddy, you already know, man. Where you from, bro?
I'm out of Birmingham. Birmingham South
Birmingham?
Side representative. Yeah. I'm
Oh
out the
man,
South.
you already know.
Yeah.
You already
That's
know.
why the reason why I
Dothan,
started
Alabama, South Side.
yeah, the reason why I started chiming in because there's a lot of people I used to see. I've been following Dante for a while, listen to his shows, and
Yeah.
it's been before he started doing all these panels and stuff. A couple of dudes on YouTube I would chime in on from time to time, and I just started seeing people all the thing with Lamarck had going on. They try to make it like
Yeah.
all the Alabamas like this. All the
Facts,
dudes in
bro. That's
Alabama
what I
is
got on
down,
them.
yeah, down low, gay, screwed up. No, you crazy? It's some
No,
real
no, no.
stomp down.
Let's
It's
stick
some
to the
real
subject.
stomp down dudes
God
in
about it.
Alabama.
The high ups want us to stick to the subject.
Right. I got you.
Yeah, they said
Yeah.
we're gonna have a panel for that. What you talking about?
Right. But I'm just telling 400 why I jumped on, man. And I enjoy the converse with people, the like-minded people, especially
Yeah.
on the building of the youth. You know what I'm
That's right.
saying? Trying to build and create, man.
That's
Build
what
and
it
create.
was, man.
Right. Like I said, man. One of my greatest teachers, the man I met him, shook his hand, had conversation with, was Dick Gregory. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, yeah.
I got pictures with me and him together. And man,
Yeah,
the dude, he said nobody looks for an entertainer or athlete to preserve or save their race. Only black people looking for that. So I took that I have a lot of great teachers, you know what I'm saying, that men that I've talked to that have transcended now to the higher levels of life, you know what I'm saying? What some may call it heaven, you know what I mean? So these guys were forever be embarked and embedded in my mind, the teachings that they gave me and the information that they gave me. And we so blessed today with this YouTube and this internet that we can go, we
Yeah.
could go and look for. Man, you from the time like me. Man, we had 4 sets of encyclopedias in my house, bro. We ain't have no internet. You feel me?
Yeah.
400.
Yeah.
Growing up, you had to know how to look for a book, look a word up, and read about it. You couldn't just listen to nobody tap on no link and listen to somebody talk about it. You had to go read this stuff, man. If you couldn't read, you was bad off, bro. You
You were
feel
gonna
me?
be bad off. Yep.
Right. So nowadays, these kids got it so easy, they could just, I mean, just everything's a lot easy, man. I don't want to divert from the subject, but like Big Nooney said, man, on this male and female thing, man, like I said, my point is this. I just think there's no set form pattern that works for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has to work to what works for them. Because I know some girls that straight dogging some dudes, and he take care of them.
Yep.
But their
Yep.
relationship, he knows she's cheating. He knows she's doing all this other stuff. But guess what? You can't say nothing about her. He willing to kill, die, and go to jail about her. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So that
Go to
works for
prison
him,
for him.
huh?
You go to prison for him.
Right. That works for him. And her dynamic in a crazy way, she'll darn near do the same for him. And I just be looking at it, man, that's so crazy, man. This dude busts his butt. He worked 2 jobs. This lady said, I don't know, do nothing. But idle time, and he just taking care of her. Them kids ain't even here, but he taking care of her. He love her to death. And if you try to talk negative about him when he ain't around, she gonna say, hey, don't talk about him. She loves him to death the same. It's just crazy. You know, it works for them though. But to me, I see it as dysfunctional to my database with my brain, how my brain reviews a relationship I'm in. I said, man, this is dysfunctional. You know what I'm saying? But it works for them. Like
Yeah. Work for them.
right. Some people
And
might
that's
have to get 80.
and that's
I,
why I said earlier. I gave everybody the different numbers. I gave everybody. But
right.
now, what I was saying, 2 halves don't make a whole. They don't. 2 wholes make a whole. But see, it's very few people that are 100%. And it's very
Mm-hmm.
few people that are 100% that find somebody else that's 100%.
Right. Right. Ain't that
So
funny though, Noonan? Ain't that crazy?
yeah, that is
Cause
crazy.
you just look at life, man. You could be a straight up dude, man. Have all your stuff together, man. You can have the house, the cars, clothes. I mean, you got your stuff in alignment according to society. Let's say it like that. Man,
Yeah.
you'll keep meeting women that's broken.
Yep.
You'll keep meeting women that's broken. But then you'll get in a relationship when broken and you'll brush past a girl that's got all this, she's on the same wave path as you. You'll interact with her, but you're like, man, I gotta let her go. I'm in a relationship. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Ain't that crazy?
It's all the way crazy.
I don't think
It's
I
all
get
the
out of it,
way
man. I just think God be sending all of us into this life, into different areas on this planet to help each other, man.
exactly.
That's my whole initiative, bro, in
I
life.
think everybody got their own story to tell, bro. For real.
They do. They do.
Right.
Jersey.
She said she had to talk to her friend or something to get her to come on the panel. Man, y'all should have told me, man, I'll have some girls on here next time. I'll get them to get on him.
Man, I
They'll be
hope so.
I can get some women on here, man.
Man,
They'll
I
jump
just
in.
really
What?
started doing this YouTube thing,
In
man.
there.
Yeah.
Huh?
What you think so far?
The panel in general, like the topic.
Yeah.
I wanted to add in I remember the first time I met 400 when we talked we got to talking after the panel had ended and we had a good conversation. And my point was that kind of like what Godbody was talking about, that the times we live in are amazing because we could use this tool, right, to talk to people we might never run into in real life. And all the bad things we see in the world, the negativity and the bad trending, we have the ability to counter it through panels like this, to talking about different serious topics. So I think just like you can meet a dude from another zone of life in another place, and you could see and learn a lot of things that you didn't know before. Like Godbody said, 4 sets of encyclopedias, and now we got so many people and ideas that can come together. This could be a tool to do a lot of good things. And I think this topic, just like last panel, you guys talked about child abuse. There's stuff that now we can take. It can't be swept under the rug. We can put it all out there.
That's
And
right.
I think the good that's going to come out of this is amazing because you could get so much of the stuff that we were not able to do in the 80s, because I'm also an 80s baby too. So I'm just saying we could bring a lot of stuff out from under the covers and behind the doors that needs to be exposed, and talk about a lot of things that we weren't able to do. Like what you went through back when we grew up was just within your house or your community. And people can get more help. So I think that the panel is an amazing idea. This whole thing is good. Even if it has few viewers, I think it'll grow.
Yeah.
Drama, they just like that drama. They want to talk about drama. But we building positivity right here, bro. And then as long as we build it and keep it going, it's gonna come. People gonna come, bro. People gonna
Yeah, I
come.
think so
But
too, God Body. I think it's gonna grow like slowly, but it will, you know.
on that, what you talking about? I don't want to shy in on the prior topic that child got, which y'all got on. Cause if you were born in the 80s and the 70s, 9 times out of 10, you was a victim of child abuse. 9 times out of 10, you was a victim of child abuse. Especially if you black, you was a victim of child abuse. You know what I'm saying?
If you were black, it wasn't no calling the police.
No,
Sure were.
no. You was a victim of child abuse. And, I ain't gonna
The
go
only
into
police we had was a grandma.
Right. If grandma wasn't there to stop, if grandma gone, man, you might be damn near half alive. I was talking about for real, bro. You'll be half alive if she get up off you. He get up, man, you half alive. Whips all over your body, man, like you gone to the cross.
And y'all see, that's just a little bit of what we bring here on chopping it up. You know, so y'all make sure y'all keep on tuning in. Cause y'all chopping it up, man. And that's what we do. Y'all see what we own. We own some real stuff. We own some real topics.
And you
You
know,
know, these are real things that a lot of people don't want to talk about, that they don't want to address. They just want the bull. They just want the booty monster stories and
Hey,
and booty dog warriors and stuff like that. Nah,
yeah,
man, come on. We can put that to the side for a little while and address some
Like you said,
situations.
Nooney. I mean, Jonte a businessman. I mean, he's on here for business purposes, and he gonna have it. Like you said, y'all got y'all day for that. Y'all got y'all day for all that. But like
Yeah,
today's like now, you know, when you feed somebody something, you got when you trying to poison a rat or something, you got to put a little sugar in the poison.
that's right.
You see what I'm saying? If you want to
That's right.
capture
the
a
truth.
rodent, you got to put a little sweetener in the poison. You know what I mean?
And
That's what
y'all know
y'all
why
doing.
he's saying that? Because the rats are smarter now.
Right.
yo, oh
See,
yeah,
that's
oh
going
yeah,
over a lot of y'all head.
Yeah.
That's going over a lot of y'all head. My mama been doing that. She
yeah.
been putting sugar in that death corn for a long time. That's because the rats know what it is now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you know, and that's one of the reasons that old Master Dante, you know, he recruited me. So I appreciate Master Dante and all the higher ups. And you know, I know some of who the higher ups are, you know, because they be right there on the panel too. And they think I don't know, but I know. And you know, that's why I was recruited. See, I like to work behind the scenes and just, you know, get things together. But see, Big
Right,
Nooney
right.
has to make his appearance at times. And
Right,
people have to let know that Big Nooney is just not a Texas country bumpkin. Big Nooney is
right.
very educated.
And that's the biggest flaw of the people all over America. They think people at the South are like we crazy, or we slow,
They do,
or
bro.
we,
They think
or
we slow.
we, yeah, we don't get it. But we be talking, man. I call it country dumb. I said,
Yeah,
man, if you don't get it, then it ain't for me to teach you. You country
that's right.
dumb. I
That's
had to
right.
explain that to a friend of mine. She came down here one time. I said, man, these people down here got Bentleys in the barn. I mean, it's just that. It's plenty of money down here
In
in the
there,
South. You know what I'm
in
Surely.
there.
saying?
God Body, I tell you something funny. 400 had country kung fu because when I first talked to him in the panel, when we were writing and talking, I didn't have a clue what he was about. But when we talked for an hour, I'm like, damn, man, this guy knows it all.
Right, right, right. Shoot, man, growing up in the 80s too, man, you had
Smart,
to learn. They
smart
just passed
man.
these kids now. I know he's smart. Anybody come out the 80s and live, survive, you in the free world, man, you black right now, man, you ain't
You
no
just said the
dummy.
right thing, bro. You said you black in the free world. You come
Man,
Hmm.
from Alabama like that? Come on,
man,
bro.
you ain't no dummy. You know some shit. Trust me. Man, I can remember a young boy. Like I said, I was born in the 70s. I remember as a young boy walking. Man, white people throwing jars of piss at me and my brothers. and we walking down the country road. They got a whole jar pit. They done pissed in a jar and throwing, trying to hit me and my brothers and stuff with it. All that type of stuff. You go to school, had to deal with. Yeah, you laugh, but that shit for real, man.
No, because I can tell you for Alabama, because that's what we used to do.
Yeah, yeah, I'm telling you, man, nigga, motherfucker, how to go back to Africa, nigga, jigaboo.
It's funny
Yeah.
now, but
Yeah, but then as an 8, 9 year, 7-year-old boy, you were terrified, like they finna kill me. You terrified. That's trauma. You feel me? And you like, man, I'm so far from home. They can just run me over in that truck. We better run in the woods. We better run over the roof. All that type of, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes. Now,
Go ahead.
if you see what you're saying, all right, if you see what you're saying, so, man, we're going to stay on topic because we can go on for days and stuff like this.
Hey, y'all. We got some. Hold on, y'all. We finna go ahead and end this live. We appreciate everybody from being on the panel. Something tragic just happened, with Jersey. So we're gonna have to go ahead and end this live right now. I appreciate everybody from coming on. I appreciate you. Thank you, 400. Thank you, NS. Thank you, Body. Thank you, people in the comments for listening. We appreciate it. And everybody just put Jersey in y'all prayers right now. Before we go, Father God, continue to watch over us. We thank you for bringing us together. We thank you that there was no drama.